Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I thought I would do part 2 of the video on how to personalise the gumball balloon that we made last week. So this is a blue Clearz 20-inch balloon. It's filled with little mini balloons, and you can see I've personalised it with baby shower and these cute little feet. So I'm going to show you how to do it in this video. It's super simple to do, really easy. I am using a Cricut Maker today with a fine point blade installed, and I will also be using designs from Cricut Access online. You don't have to use Cricut Access, you could design this yourself. There are free little feet on there as well, so you don't need to pay for them if you don't have that. So let's get started and I'll show you how to do this. So let's just open up Design Space and get ourselves a clean canvas and then go to Insert Images. And because I did it as a pink and blue themed, I thought we would do it as a baby shower balloon. So I'm not going to put a name of a lady or anything on there. I'm just going to do it for a baby shower. So I'm just on my images section on Cricut Design Space, and I'm just going to choose a couple of nice designs. So I like that baby, so I'm definitely going to use that. And then I thought using 2 different fonts seems to be in fashion at the moment, so I'm going to write shower, and then I'm going to change the font to just another different one that's in Design Space. I have started to use Cricut Access now as well, so I've got all these different fonts here to choose from. So I'm just going to scroll through and find one that I find suitable for it. So now I've got my words on the screen, I'm just going to centre them together and make them one design. So I'm just going to select everything and just go up to group and group those together. And now I'm going to insert some images. I'm thinking I quite fancy some little baby's feet to just go around the outside of this. I'm just going to go on to images again and just type in feet. This is a bit random, so I'm going to now type in baby feet just to narrow down my search a bit more. And there's a couple of different ones there that I think would be suitable. There's lots of other little baby designs which would be nice as well, but I'm thinking the pitter patter of tiny feet is the way to go. So I'm just going to insert that into my Design Space canvas, and then I'm going to resize it so they're quite small. I don't want them to be massive. Now I'm just going to set the machine up so it is ready to cut. So I'm just going to make it. I've got my 2 mats, and then it's going to find my machine. Today I'm just using regular vinyl, so just select that, and I'm just going to use a fine point blade. My pressure settings are left on default as well because I don't need to change those anymore. So instead of copying and pasting 6 pairs of feet onto the mat, what I'm going to do is just adjust the project copies in the top left hand corner to 6, and then I can move them around on the mat manually to where I want them to be to make sure they're going to cut on the scrap of vinyl that I'm using. My settings are the same, I'm just using the vinyl and the default pressure settings on the fine point blade. So now that my 2 designs are finished cutting, I'm ready to weed it. This is my little feet, which I've just done on a separate offcut of vinyl. I'm going to flip it over, peel the mat away. Okay, this is quite a scripted design. I'm going to get my mat back here, and I'm just going to plonk these down on here because I'm going to weed on the mat today, just to make it a little bit easier. So we don't want to braid them down or anything, but this just helps with a bit more control. There we go. Look at those cute little feet. And we've got the same with this one. This is the one, sometimes when it's a swirly looking font it's a bit more difficult to weed, but let's see how we get on. See, that one has stuck a little bit there. Just need to peel it back. Just need to be careful that you don't stick your vinyl to your design whilst you're reading it, because that's very easily done. I've done that quite a lot of times and it ruins your design completely when that happens. Isn't it funny how these have both been cut on the same setting, on the same machine, and yet the feet have weeded so easily compared to these. And this is why I am weeding on the mat, because then I've got two hands free and I don't have to worry about having another hand free to hold my mat. On that side, okay. There we go, nicely weeded. Now it's time to put it onto the balloon. So here's our gumball balloon, and that's what we're going to decorate the front of with our designs. So let's just pop the balloon to one side for a second. We're going to need some transfer paper, so I'm going to grab that. So I think I've showed you this transfer paper before. It's basically a massive roll of masking tape. It's DeTape contour application tape. It's low tack and it's perfect for balloons. It's the best thing to use. If you haven't got a roll this big, you can just use regular masking tape and just put one strip on at a time across your design. So if you've got a 2-inch masking tape, you'll be able to do 3 strips of that on there and it will basically work the same, but the low tack is what we're looking for with the transfer tape for a balloon. So this is a piece I've actually used on another bubble that I did for a customer earlier on in the week. Let's just get rid of those. I'm just going to pop that on there for now, and then I'm going to flip my mat and get my whole design off. Pop the mat out the way. Okay, so what we need to do is just get it nicely braided down. So use your scraper. This is the extra large Cricut scraper. It came in a set with the brayer roller, which I find this a piece of invaluable equipment. If you are going to get Cricut tools, I would suggest definitely treat yourself to this roller because it's brilliant. And then we're just going to give this a nice press down. Now the trick with this is start at the top, fold back your piece of backing paper and slowly peel back at a 90-degree angle. And now you can see how it's stuck really nicely, and the angle of the paper being taken away from it really helps to adhere it to the transfer tape. So that's on there nice and simple. Okay. So I'm going to show you now how I do this with my balloon. Okay, so I've got my balloon, and what I like to do is I get the seam of the balloon and I put it on my desk flat, and then I press this collar of the balloon up against myself. Okay, so I just press that up there and make sure that I've got the seam nice and straight against the desk, and then I press myself against the balloon collar. Then I just grab my transfer paper, and most of this is really done by eye. You can, what I like to do sometimes is just pop it on like this, and then I hold it up, or pop it, because this is an air-filled one, I can pop it on my desk and just check that it's straight. And once you're happy that you've got it straight, start in the middle of your design and push outwards like so, and this way you won't get any wrinkles. So follow your lettering as it is. So pretend that you're drawing it yourself with your fingers. Okay, and then again for the bottom words, start in the middle, work your way out, and you shouldn't get any wrinkles or air bubbles doing it that way. Okay, let's just keep that. Right, now peeling it off, so keep it nice and firm still, and you can press it down a little bit more with your fingers as you go. Give it a nice press down. But because this is a low tack transfer tape, it really helps. Some transfer tapes that I've used previously really stick too much to the balloon, and if it's a coloured balloon then it will damage the surface of your balloon as well. So got a couple of balloons to do this weekend for people, so probably get 3 or 4 applications out of a piece of this transfer tape, transfer paper. So there we go. Doesn't that look lovely? I love the 2 fonts, it just makes it look great. Okay, so here are the little feet, and we don't really want to put them on all in one go, so we need to cut each pair of feet out to be a separate decal, and just be careful that you don't accidentally snip your design. Okay, there we go, those little feet. Can you see them on the camera? I think so, just about. So what I'm going to do with these is put them, I'm just going to dot them around my design, so 3 on each side. Okay, so what I want to do is I'll just get a piece of my transfer paper. I might cut this into a strip actually, might make it a little bit easier. And I'm just going to break that down again. I don't know what's happened to my small scraper, so we're just going to use the big one. And again, all I'm going to do, I'm not going to be too fussy about where I put these because they're just an accent really, so I'm just going to pop them on, and then I shall peel off my little foot design. There we go. You just need to do that with them all now. There we go. So there is our balloon, all personalised. We could actually put the lady's name at the bottom as well if we wanted to. This one will go on display in the shop so people can see what we can do. Because it's air filled, it will last a long time. I have a bit of a confession to make, that actually there's been a week in between filming these videos. So part 1 was filmed last Saturday, and it's Saturday, the following week, Saturday the 3rd of April today. So it's been a week since this balloon has been inflated. It's still going strong. It's been attached to my stairs the whole week with the kids walking past it and probably punching it every time they walk past it. It's lasting well. It's got a little bit of a deflation wrinkle on the seam, but it still will not go down straight away, so I reckon we'll probably get a good month out of this. The vinyl may start to wrinkle very slightly, over the next couple of weeks, but even still it will stay looking fresh for a long time. So it's a really good balloon to recommend to your customers if they want something that's going to be long lasting. So definitely check out the Deco Bubbles and the Clearz for this sort of thing. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, love it if you give it a big thumbs up, because it really helps my videos to be seen on YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'd love to see you here again for the next video. And I hope you take care and have a nice week, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.